All right, so today's video is pretty basic. Being worth your weight, you know, you're going to be able to repair basic things around the house. So today we're going to be repairing these gloves here. We'll go over a couple different ways that you can repair this. This pair is only worth about 20 bucks, but it's good to put a little effort in, and you know, you can have them for another season. You know, you're not being wasteful. We got a little slice there, throw a few stitches in that, and we'll go over 2 or 3 different ways you can go about this. Let's get into it here. All right, first things first, we're gonna start with this repair here on the finger. This middle finger's been getting a lot of use lately. I was brushing off a car, it was raining, it turned to ice, went out and wiped off the wife's car in the morning, and just wore right through. So that's what I get for not using a snow brush. But yeah, we're gonna fix this. A few different ways we can go about this. So if you have spare leather gloves laying around that weren't really worth repairing, one method is just to take a pair of scissors, cut off a finger from another pair of gloves, slip it on a little bit past the spot needed to be repaired, and epoxy it or glue it. So that's one way to repair it. Another way to repair this is to find a section in the glove that is pretty much unused. You know, I'm gonna go with this spot here. Just cut a nice square out. I will leave the fabric underneath, but you know, I'm not using that part of the glove. So we'll take a square out of this and we'll cut this and put that repair on. All right, so let's get to it. I'm going to grab a rusty razor blade. At least they're still sharp. You know, they get left in the rain during a work day and they get rusted pretty quick, but we're gonna take this, we're gonna just kind of square this up a little bit. I don't want these crusties underneath my repair. So we'll just go ahead and cut this. All right, that was pretty rough, but we've got a square. I'm just gonna cut that. So I'm gonna use this as a template. We're gonna take this square here, and I mean, just look how unused this section is. I'm not gonna miss it. So we're gonna take that, put our square on here, rectangle, and I'll put it there, leave a little bit of thickness here, and we'll take a marker and just, oops, 4 corners here, and we'll cut that out. Can't do anything. Jeez, can't take me anywhere. All right, so this is one of those cheap Temu sewing kits. I think I got 20 of them for like $7. These are great to just slap in your kits. We'll see how it works. I've never used one yet. So, I mean, we could go with yellow. Kind of a close color, but I'm thinking this little beige color here will be more blending in. So, we'll see how they package this, see how easy it comes out. Nice. So it's already threaded for you, and throw a knot in that and get going. All right, so we got the top sewed on here. We're gonna go ahead and pull this down, and when we do that, we got some folds here. I'm gonna sew those and kind of push them downward like that, and once that's done on both sides, we'll throw a few stitches down here, and then we'll pump our glue in through the sides, and that should make for a pretty good repair. Might be able to get another 100,000 miles out of that. That's the right length. So I'm gonna mark that since I got my finger in it. I'll just kind of draw a line, get the corner on there. Perfect. So we're bringing it down about 1/2 inch. I'll get those sides folded and sewed up. All right, so we're pretty much resting where we need to be, where we put our mark here. So I've got both sides kind of pinched, and I'm just gonna throw a few stitches into here, and then we can go ahead and glue this sucker on the sides. So you could sew the whole thing, but I just don't trust the thread. Kind of wanted to sew it to get it in place and have the glue primarily do much of the work. So I've got it held in at the top and the bottom, We can put some good glue in the side here and get that all fixed up. Feels good. Get a couple more miles out of this thing. So I'm gonna use this Gorilla Glue epoxy stuff. Gonna get it all mixed up here. Got a popsicle stick and we'll get it applied here on this glove. Got a pretty healthy amount. Gonna get up underneath and go right up against those threads that we sewed. Nice. Right up underneath. Between the old layer and the new layer. See? Getting that right up in there. And I'll also go from this side here. Gotta keep spinning this. I'm doing this on my dining room table. If I get any on it, I will be in trouble for sure from the wife. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, grab a paperly towel here. And just get that underneath. Double layer. And I'm liking it. Might add a little more to the sides and then we'll get some weight on that. Seems like we got just enough epoxy. Perfect. That's good to go. You know what? I got some extra epoxy. Let's put some on those fingers. An additional layer of wear protection. Why not? Makes sense, doesn't it? Kind of like a callus or something. We'll see how that works. All right. So, I need to put a weight here. What do we got? I have to kind of figure out a way to get some weight on that for about 20 minutes. I could use this. There's a little bit of weight there, but this will be good to press on it. Keep those fingers separated. And we'll just throw a Milwaukee battery with a little light on it. Have it laying around here. And we'll come back to that in about 20 minutes and check on it. All right, well, let's see what we got here. This epoxy sure cured up quick. 5 minutes for sure. So, it didn't stick, that's good. Oh yeah, oh wow. Yeah, that's perfect. Let's see how it, oh yeah, a little tacky, but definitely not wet or anything. That's perfect. Oh yeah. Adhered good on the sides. That's perfect. Get a couple miles out of that sucker. So yeah, try it at home. You know, yeah, it's redneck, dude. This is what Grandpa would do. You know, we younger generation, you know, we're just of the mindset of throwing stuff out, buying a new one. But that was a cool little project. Good to practice here and there, and you know, with this cut on this thumb, I think I'm just gonna throw some epoxy on that. Call her good. Throw some on the fingertips. That's pretty nice. Well, I do appreciate you watching this. Give it a whirl. If you have any tips, you know, throw them in the comments. I'm not an expert. This is about as redneck as it gets. I could probably get a little more redneck. Maybe grab a beer can and make a patch out of that or something. But no, this is great. So, thanks for watching. Give it a whirl, and we'll see you in the next one.